Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Reilly and today we're going to be looking at the Higer 12 metre 100% electric bus called the AZURE. So let's get started. Let's start ourselves at the front of the AZURE and work our way back. So along the front you can see you've got the Hanover board at the top there. It's rotating through a test cycle at the moment, and you also have the wing mirrors, but Harris Group will give you the option of a camera system as well instead of these wing mirrors, and if you needed mirrors then there's emergency ones that will be stored in the storage area. Great big windscreen. Now, as Chris said, it's about as aerodynamic as a fridge, but they have tried to make it more aerodynamic, and you can see that it has that curved windscreen, great big window wipers, and also has the LED lights, daylight running lights, and also your fog lights and indicators, etc. So distinctive. They can also do it in the corporate colours of whatever organisation you're working with. But great visibility for the driver, but also for the passengers as well, to be able to see down through the bus and see where their stop is, etc. Let's have a look around the side. Down along the side you have your driver's window. You also have a heated element here, beside also the blind spot mirror that the driver has. You can see the height of the windows that they have on this bus. Privacy, so you can't see really what's going on the inside, but inside you can see what's going on the outside, and it has that colour coded. This isn't vinyl, this is actually painted on in the Higer factory before they're shipped over, so the attention to detail is great. But the length, obviously 12 metre bus, you can see you've got your emergency exits, brake glasses, and you also have an emergency door fitted along the side here. It's a low bed bus, and we'll have a look at that when we go on the inside. And at the back then you have your electric motor, which is the Presta light. Impressive, and can be. I could visualize this on a lot of roads around Europe, never mind Ireland. In the back is where the electric motor is. Also have the Hanover board at the top there, your reversing camera, your LED lights, indicator lights, and you've got your Higer sign here as well. Plenty of signage on the back here, plenty of space in the back here for signage as well, but also visibility for the rear passengers to see what's going on the outside as well. So let's have a look on the inside. So like the STEED Higer bus that we covered a couple of months back, I'll put a link on the screen and in the description. This one, very easy access, and it's got that ECAS system where the actual bus will kneel down, but the ramp will be folded out manually as well, and you can see that it will take elderly, people with disabilities, and also pushchairs and prams. Good big double wide door. And in you go. You also have your emergency stop, and you have your button for the access to the door for people that have other ways in and out. You have your LED lights around the side, and your LED lights front and back. And also on this you have your camera system, which the Harris Group and Higer buses here are great for putting in, so you can see outside and inside around the cabin. So let's have a look on the inside. So getting into the bus, this ECAS system that they have for lowering and raising the bus isn't actually lowered at the moment for me, but it's still a nice easy step up into. You've got your rails on the inside of the doors, and also on this door you'll notice when I do some B-roll, you'll have the heated element so that the driver can use it to make sure that he can see out of this side if it is a frosty day. You've got some nice grab rails here on the side as well, continuing on, and you also have then your driver's access with that security door, security screen, sorry, and you could have a ticketing system there as well. Lovely flooring, easy clean. Let's have a look down the rest of the bus. As we walk to the bus, I'm going to give you some stats. The curb weight is 13,200 kgs. It has a range of over 375 kilometers. It has a battery capacity of 350 kilowatt hours, and that's made by CATL, and it's an LFP battery. It takes 2 hours to charge on DC, and that comes with, when you buy the bus, you get a DC fast charger with it. It has seats, as I mentioned, for 41 people. And the Presta Light electric motor has 3,300 Newton meters of torque. So lots of facts and figures there. If you're interested in more, reach out to Harris Bus and Coach. I'll put a link in the description. They're not lying when I say it's a 12 metre bus. Look at the length of this. It's amazing. 41 seats. What does AZURE stand for? You're probably wondering. Active Zone Ultra Range Energy Electric Bus. Active Zone Ultra Range Electric Bus. So AZURE, people are out with the marketing pad all the time and trying to figure out these names. So what kind of features have you got in here? As you come in, you've got 2 seats either side here. You've got some luggage, but they also have the ability of putting luggage rails up on top. You've got this really good sturdy handrail system, and I can add stand-up handles if you want that as well. Also, they have a area here for elderly, people with wheelchairs, but also people with buggies, etc. And you've got USBs. You also have a stop-start identifier for the driver. And Harris Group are always trying to think of ways of improving their buses. So they were saying that when a wheelchair user comes in here and parks their wheelchair, but they're facing to the back of the bus, what they're going to do is they're going to fit a screen here with a camera feed on it so that they can see exactly where the bus is located. Really good, smart way of thinking it. Also going to put a 3-pin plug socket in here so that the person that has a wheelchair, if it's an electrically assisted wheelchair, they can charge up their wheelchair as they're using it along. Really smart thinking. You've got 3 seats built in along here as well, if that space isn't being utilised. And you have that system for locking the, or for securing the wheelchair in place. Stop buttons all the way around, emergency hammers, brake glass, we've got that already. Really, really good features. Let's move back down the bus rather than me walking all the way up towards it, and I can show you some more of the features down along there. So halfway down, still on the flat floor, you've got your emergency exit door here. And as I mentioned, each position has 2 USB charging seats. But another thing that you will notice is further down along here, these seats are all floating. So if somebody has luggage for going in underneath, you will be able to store soft bags in underneath as well. So great that the seats are able to, there's no legs. And also for drivers and for operators for cleaning these buses, whether it be sweeping or washing or mopping them out. Really, really good. You've got 3 levels then. You've got the ground, you've got the mid, and then you've got the back with a couple of bit of step seatings. You've got your non-slip flooring here, where and you've also got your LED lights along the edge. Screens either side. You've got the screen here, and then you've got another one up there, and that can be information, etc., as to where the bus is, what's happening, or it can be advertisements. So hopefully you're enjoying the review. If you can leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you think about electric buses, and specifically this AZURE model, Active Zone Ultra Range Electric Bus. With the driver's position again, you've got that fully adjustable full dashboard that goes up and down with the steering wheel, the same as the STEED. You've got your handbrake on the side with your buttons. You also have the ability to defrost, same as what every driver needs, and you've got your radio, etc. Door closes, so you've got that element of security. You've got the blinds, you've got your microphone to turn it on and turn it off, and then you also have your sun visors either side to keep the sun out, keep you out of your eyes. You've also got a screen on the right hand side here that will be able to switch between the cameras, and your gears are all push button. Such a smooth drive. Let's take it out and have a quick spin around the yard here to see what it feels like. So when you start off in the Higer AZURE, you will hear the noise very similar to the Lewis sound, and that's just that white noise to make people aware that it is coming, number one, and also that it's moving. Something is moving beside. My 12-meter driving skills are being put to the test here. But once you go above 20 kilometers an hour, but also Harris Group can change that depending on the environment that it's working in. But like the STEED, super quiet, no vibration, beautiful drive, and actually a tighter turning circle than the steel. Just the way that it's set up with the overhangs and the wheelbase, it is a shorter turning circle on it. So any drivers of these will have a great day job, and hopefully you're enjoying the review. If you're a subscriber on the channel, you will remember that I reviewed the Higer STEED, which is the bus on the right hand side here with the blue roof. I'll stick a link on the screen and in the description just to give you an idea of the difference in size between the AZURE and the STEED. That's my look around the Higer 12-meter electric bus called the AZURE. Thanks to the Harris Group for letting me look around it today. It's been great to see more and more of these commercially minded electric vehicles come into the marketplace. And something like this, I know a lot of you watching it won't be buying them, but we need to start putting pressure on our local authorities to buy electric buses, not these hybrids that can go a couple of kilometers, crazy stuff. This is the type of buses that we need to be buying for our towns and cities. They are a bit more expensive, and I know here in Ireland the government have made up a grant that'll make up some of the difference, but also it's for our environment, it's for people around the cities that aren't going to have to be breathing in those dirty fumes that come out of the diesels. Hopefully you've enjoyed the review. If you can leave a like, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't done so already, and let me know in the comments what you think of electric city buses. Remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks for watching.